this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Matt Barnes. Bryant is out there with Fisher. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Odom in at the 4. Fisher, the pass to Kobe. And finished off by Bryant.
Bryant skying high to slam it home. Always looking to stuff with style.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. 4-point game. And there's the call on Derek Fisher. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Allen. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
Kobe gets to Gasol. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's the pass to Allen. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, a dominant big man is O'Neal. Superb control inside. And this dude will feast on the interior.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bryant's got his second bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early, because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Allen. Pass to O'Neal. Now Garnett. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. O'Neal misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And finish off by Bryant.
Boy, what a great athlete Kobe Bryant is. Man, watching him take flight and jam it down doesn't get much better than that.
And stolen by Fisher. And now in transition is Fisher. Here we go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Pierce kicks to Garnett. The Celtics working the ball around now. Kobe with the steal. Odom up top. Back to Kobe. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and the dunk by Kobe.
And Bryant, just a superb athlete, terrific at just imposing his will on the defense on that drive.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court. Oh, my goodness! That was special.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Bradley's checked in for Allen. And it's Cassell in for Rajon Rondo. To halt the run, Cassell no good. Los Angeles leading by 10. Bryant drives in, and Bryant slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Cassell, the pass to Bradley. Over Bryant. Boston again missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Barnes can't get it to go. And it's Bradley with the ball for Boston. Down by 12. Cassell against Odom. Here's Cassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Kobe. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. And there's the pass to Fisher. Hits it from three-point range.
Timeout. And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Here's Pierce. And that one hits back iron. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 19-4 run. Here's Kobe. Again, the Lakers.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Pierce. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Celtics trail by 17. Bradley with the ball. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside, and the dunk by Kobe.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Fisher. Also Bryant out there. Matt Barnes is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Odom in at the 4 slot.
And Kevin, when he catches the hot hand, good luck trying to slow him down. Plays so under control, can spot up, drive, create for himself a matchup nightmare.
The shot by Pierce will not go. Lakers leading by 17. Kobe kicks to Barnes. Back to Bryant. Shoots over Bradley. Again, Los Angeles.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside Bradley. To the left wing. Odom against Cassell. Rebounded by Odom.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Barnes finds Bryant. Pass to Fisher. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Bryant. From deep. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Kobe throws it down hard.
Yeah, and if you're going to give Bryant a lane to the rim, then you deserve to get dunked on. You know how tenacious he is when penetrating inside.
On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Passes to Pierce. High arcing shot and stolen by Fisher. Here's Kobe. Lets the three fly. Six on the shot clock. The kick out to Odom, and it's out of bounds, and they just touched by Bryant.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Pierce. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cassell.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Bryant's shot is good.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Rondo dishes to O'Neal. To the middle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
Leon Poe's checked in for the Celtics. And that one falls for Rondo. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are fined.
Celtics making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in.
And here we can check out the story on Avery Bradley. How he did last season. Averaged about 10 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Allen's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Boston Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Here's O'Neal. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. A minute 50 left in the first half of basketball. Kobe against Allen. Here's Kobe. The Lakers rebound. The kick out to Barnes from downtown, sinks the triple. Barnes has got 5.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Here's Bryant. Tries again. Stolen by Allen. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. He kicks it to Rondo. And the pass to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. That shot misses. Good D by Barnes. The drive by Bryant. Launches it. Doesn't go for him. And the Celtics going the other way now. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Here's Here's Kobe, and finished off by Bryant.
Are you kidding me? The reverse windmill? He's got some serious nerve going to that finish.
Oh, he just couldn't help himself, could he, Greg? Huh? Had the space, has the hops, why not?
There are no rules against having fun. I love it. Absolutely love it.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He had 30 points, 2 rebounds. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Pierce is out there with Garnett. Then it's Allen, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Shaq in at the center. Los Angeles leading by 18. Bryant up top, defended by Allen. A 3 from Barnes, rebounded by the Celtics. It's Allen on the wing from past the arc. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Kobe passes to Gasol. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Garnett.
Always nice to see Bryant find the open man. He gets so much attention on himself. That helps create opportunities for other guys.
Pierce dishes to Allen. Back to Pierce. Down low, O'Neal kicks to Allen. Barnes against Pierce. And it's sent back by Kobe.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And the dunk by Odom.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Pierce, here we go. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Clark, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. O'Neal comes in for O'Neal, and it's Avery Bradley in for Allen.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense, and most importantly, this guy's a leader, too.
Here's Pierce, and he banks in the layup. Pierce has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they get one. Now, 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Kobe, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Rondo finds Bradley. Clock at 6. And it's denied. The drive by Bryant. Oh, and the jam by Kobe.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Rondo just being creative there on that drive, finding different ways to burn the D whenever he penetrates.
Pass to Fisher. Over in the corner, Barnes. His three-pointers off the mark. The Celtics have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Bradley against Fisher, and it's Bradley on the drive, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Derek Fisher. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
And he's good on the three ball.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pierce against Barnes. O'Neal trying to break free, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Paul Pierce, so efficient at the offensive end. They call him the truth because he's known for making big shots at big times.
And so Bryant will bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Fisher, shoots the 3. No good that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Outside Rondo. To the wing on the left. O'Neal kicks to Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, Bradley with it. Over Bryant. Rejected by Kobe. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. 1:29 left to play in the third.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too. He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
But they recover it.
Who's got Mamba?
Kicks it to Barnes. Back to Bryant.
Don't get picked.
Goes back up. Tips it. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got 6 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Boston, no good that time either. The Lakers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Bryant finds Gasol. Rondo with the steal. The 3 from Bradley. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
To the inside, here's O'Neal. Rejected by Gasol. Up in time. No good on that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
The fact we get to see this pass one more time, a magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Bryant. He's out there with Fisher. Pau Gasol is out there with Barnes. And it's Odom in at the 4-man position. 5 5 to shoot. Passes it to Cassell. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Odom. And Los Angeles guys shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. The drive by Bryant. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. And teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
No one near him. He squares up and sinks it. Bryant's got 43 points.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Goes up at the stripe. Here's Poe. Excellent D there from Williams.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Bryant, and finished off by Bryant.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Cassell, the pass to O'Neal. Here's Cassell. He's guarded by Dudley. Here's Cassell. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And, you know, Sam Cassell is about as reliable as it gets, guys. I mean, he's an excellent scorer who does a nice job running the offense and doesn't shy away from big moments either.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Nobody near Allen. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Kobe. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
I like how Bryant takes contact on the way up. This guy is very good at feeling out the defense and absorbing that contact and still capitalizing.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
There's the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And it's good for 2.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
2 points. That one goes.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Rebounded by the Celtics. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Brown.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And by getting the hard-earned victory here this evening, they'll have snapped that 1-1 season series deadlock and finished 2 up, 1 down on the year against the Celtics.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kobe Bryant.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. And Bryant slams it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Stolen away. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Cassell. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Brown. That one off the back iron and out.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Top of the key, Dudley. Over Poe. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Ogilvy. Now the pass to Cassell. Here's Ogilvy. Out to the right wing. Here's Wanamaker. Can't connect from long distance. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.